Hey guys, my name is Neel and welcome to Neel Workshop Zone. So in this episode we're going to be talking about a concept called inheritance. So in our previous episodes we talked about modules and a lot of other things. So if you haven't checked out those previous videos, I recommend checking them out. And if you haven't seen my Java videos, I think you know what this topic is about. But there are still some things that you have to learn to understand this concept fully in Python. But if you haven't heard of it, don't worry because I'm going to go talk about inheritance. So without any further ado, let's talk about it. So, what is inheritance? Inheritance is the capability to inherit the properties and functions of one class to another class. So basically you can take the functions, variables, all the capabilities of one class and put them in another class. So these have a lot of advantages. So for example, the first advantage is reusability. So you can use this class multiple times instead of typing the same code again and again, and also going to save you a lot more space. Second is about a lot of other things as well, which you will find out as we talk about this topic much more. But yeah, so that is basically the concept of inheritance. Now let's talk about parent class and child class. So to better understand these both terms, let's talk about the term inheritance first. So inheritance is a word that you might have heard before because inheritance basically means to inherit some features. So for example, when I have a father and son, they say that the son inherits some properties of the father like the behavior or physical attribute, etc. So over here, that is also kind of what's happening over here. So I have the parent class, which means that the parent class is the class from which another class is getting inherited. So for example, from a parent class the information is taken and the child class uses it. So basically the information is being taken from the parent class or the capabilities or the functions, etc., and they're being put into the child class. So the class from which the functions are inherited from the parent class, and the class which takes the functions from another class is known as the child class. Now, parent class is also known as base class, and child class is also known as derived class. So now let's talk about how to write a parent class and a child class. So to write a parent class, you don't actually need anything else, honestly. Any class that you write can be used as a parent class because to make a parent class, you don't need any code or anything else to write. But to make a child class, you have to write a piece of code. So as in a child class, you are inheriting the properties of the parent class or another class, you need to use a keyword. And honestly, it's the keyword of the parent class. So for example, let's write a simple class person, or let's write class, let's say you write class student. So this is a simple class, right? Class student. So to import another class or to inherit another class into this class, what you can do is you can write the name of the class, the parent class over here. So for example, imagine the name of the parent class is person. So you can write person over here. And you can also use the statement pass to bring in the parent class, to basically inherit the properties of parent class. You have to use the word pass. So that is how you can inherit a parent class into a child class and how a child class is written. Now instead of using the pass keyword, you can also use some other keyword which is known as init function. So basically what to do is instead of just writing the pass function, you can write underscore init underscore this. So before this you need to write a def keyword, and that's basically that's how you can write a child class. And imagine the class person, so the parent class has age, name, etc. So you only want to pull out the name of the person, so you can write down name, or imagine you only want to pull out the name and age from the parent class. So by writing this, it basically pulls out the name and age or the properties, it inherits the properties of the parent class person. So that is how you can write a student class. Now imagine instead of just wanting to write just wanting to pull in one or two properties from the parent class, you want to inherit all of the properties. For this there is another keyword, super. So you can use the keyword super. So basically this is just an example, but basically you can use the keyword super to pull out, to inherit all the functions and all the variables, etc. from the parent class to the child class. So this is basically the concept of inheritance, or the basics of inheritance. There's still a lot more to learn about it, like types of inheritance, etc. But we'll talk about them in the next episode. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this inheritance video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any new videos. And that's all folks, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.